Hello, Jackie Roby, Chief Excellence Officer of Inspire Journey Consulting, and this is really special. So today I am here with Toni Hiesgen, the Operations Manager at the Adventure Boutique, and also a Transformational Travel Designer.
Hi,
Welcome, Toni.
Jackie.
I'm so excited to have you here. So we met through the designer program of the Transformational Travel Council. And very different to myself, who doesn't plan travel. This is something that you do passionately.
Yes, exactly. I'm so happy to be here, Jackie. Thank you so much for having me, and I'm really excited for this.
Oh, absolutely. So you work with the Adventure Boutique. Can you tell us a little bit about them?
Yeah, so the Adventure Boutique is a small, tailor-made adventure travel company based in London. I'm the operations manager, and what we do there is we plan very unique and very remote expeditions all over the world. If you ever want to do something that you wouldn't really normally find anywhere else, come to us, we'll plan it for you. So we've got expeditions, for example, in Sierra Leone. We've got expeditions in Central Asia on the Pamir Highway. So it's usually the regions that, yeah, as I said, you wouldn't really normally go to. But if you wanted to do something really unique, very transformative, basically, yeah, a life challenge in a way, then yeah, go with the Adventure Boutique. Yeah, and I'm the one planning the expeditions and yeah, planning and putting together the itineraries there.
And are these for groups or individual travelers?
Both. So we've got families, sometimes we've got couples, but usually we've got groups between, I'd say, 4 and 10 people. But we do both private groups, but also people from different areas that wouldn't normally know each other.
That's amazing. So people are coming from across the globe, right? This isn't just clientele that comes from London.
Yes. Most of the clientele we've got, they do come from the UK, but as we grow, we've got more and more people come from other countries as well, for example, from the States. So we are really looking to grow our client base at the moment, and hopefully finally, once next year everything calms down a bit, hopefully we can do so.
I know just from our time together that being part of the designer program really took what you're doing to a new level. Can you talk through a little bit about what you gained from the TTC program?
Yeah, so to be honest, it was one of the best courses I've ever done, and it just gave me so much. First of all, it really changed the way I plan expeditions and put itineraries together. Because working for the Adventure Boutique, as I said, we do such unique itineraries that our main aim is always to positively change the lives of our guests, yes, but also change the lives and have a positive impact on the destinations and on the hosts we meet during our travel. So after doing the course, basically there's more and more I could learn from it, and basically now implement into the itineraries I work on every day. So when I now create an itinerary, I very much focus on the aspects that the course has taught me, such as the TTC's guiding practices, such as the 4 domains of the TTCs. So for me now, actually, the mutual benefiting exchange between the traveler and host is more and more key to what I do. Apart from, I'd say, my day-to-day work, and apart from the knowledge and skills the course has given me, I met absolutely wonderful people around the world, such as yourself, like-minded people. No, it's so important, and I think we are still in touch. We've got this amazing Instagram group, and where we support each other and help each other out. And I think we share a common goal. We want to make the travel industry more sustainable. We want to create more responsible travel experiences. And that is benefiting everyone. And I believe the TTC community forms an absolutely crucial part of this.
So much of it is communication and
Mhm.
understanding, and then putting that into action and talking through those actions, because there's so
Yeah.
much thought into the process. I
Mm.
was really blown away by the principles. If you were to take, let's say, an existing itinerary that you've built and look at what you learned from the TTC, how do you think you would change, like maybe just one element based on it?
One element. If I look at them, I would always make sure in each of the elements I plan, what do I contribute to either a community that is involved, or what do I contribute even to the environment? Or so there needs to be in everything we do and in every experience we plan, there needs to be now for myself one element that I can say, okay, we are actually, putting a positive imprint or have a positive impact on the destination. I can talk a little bit about the trip I planned for the capstone project, which is the Spirit of the Andes. That's what it's called. It's a deeply spiritual and transformative journey into the heart of Peru, the Peru Sacred Valley, the Andes and Lake Titicaca. And the reason I chose Peru was because I lived there in 2011 during my graduate degree. So I've got a very personal connection to the country, and I've been back many times. My last visit to Peru was in 2018, doing a shamanic retreat in the Amazon in the north. I got to know the work of the many great healers up there and shamans. And yeah, I just love the country. When we talked about the capstone project on the course, I just knew it had to be Peru. There's so many other beautiful countries, but for me, it just had to be Peru. Yeah, so it is. And I just think there's so many myths and there's so many, stories surrounding the Incan and pre-Columbian cultures and knowledge of the cosmos, the stars, astronomy and physics, that I just thought that there's so many normal, very normal trekking and sightseeing tours to Peru. And I don't think that would do the country justice, because in order to get to know a region and a country, to really understand it, I think you need to dig deeper into the country's hosts' beliefs and traditions. And I think this is what the Spirit of the Andes does with our guests.
First of all, the capstone project, just to detail what that is that's a requirement of the designer program, where you're using all of the principles that you've learned in order to create a trip that you can then put out there. So what Toni is talking about is something that you all can look at and book and be a part of. So we'll speak a little bit more to that. But I also want to tell you that Peru is actually this soul place for me that I haven't been, but I feel a calling to it.
Okay.
And I was just filling out something even this morning, speaking to it. So hearing it is like this beautiful magic that I'm very excited about. So please definitely continue and tell us more.
Great. No, I'm so happy to hear that. It's an amazing country, and you will be blown away by it, I promise. So it's the route follows along ancient energetic points, from Lima to Cusco to Sacred Valley to Machu Picchu and lastly to Lake Titicaca, where actually Mother Earth's second chakra is located. So during the trip, we will learn about the Andean cosmology and deeply engage with local communities and cultures and saying unique accommodation. It could be a boutique hotel, but it can be glamping as well. There is a stay in a retreat center in the Sacred Valley included as well. So very different types of accommodations throughout the trip. And also part of the expedition is a 4-day trek called the Ancascocha trek, which is it's a lesser known trek. So most people would do the Inca Trail. Many people know the Salcantay and the Lares trek, but unfortunately, Peru hasn't been spared the mass tourism over the last 2 decades as well. So I wanted to have a trek in there in the itinerary that is very remote and where you won't see too many other people. And I believe that the Ancascocha trek is the one to do. And yeah, to avoid the overly trafficked locations. And I think combined with the meditation sessions, so we will have either a local practitioner on the trip or even someone from here. So we haven't decided that yet, but there will be awareness practitioner on the trip. So throughout the trip, we will have meditation sessions, rituals, ceremonies. We will meet a shaman as well in the Sacred Valley and do a ritual there and engage with the local shamanic culture. And so everyone on that trip will be encouraged to connect with something bigger, something not physically visible. I'm super excited to be on the trip myself, to be honest. Just putting it together made my feet itch. I've got really itchy feet at the moment anyway. So yeah, I'm quite excited to maybe hopefully next year to have the first trip running to Peru. And I hope it will be amazing.
Honestly, it sounds incredible, and you're your first traveler. So thank you so much. Before we wrap up, I would just love to know, other than Peru, if there's anywhere else you're travel dreaming of.
Yes, to be honest, before this whole thing started this year with the pandemic, I had a flight booked to Mozambique. So I wanted to go diving in Mozambique, and unfortunately I had to cancel because Mozambique is one of the best diving locations in the world, and I was so much looking forward. And I had the flight since January, and I thought, oh, okay, well, November is very far away. I'm sure by November everyone can travel again. Well, that didn't happen. So Mozambique is definitely on my list, as is Panama. So I just love Latin America in general. I want to see more of Central America as well. So I'd say Mozambique and Panama are the ones that I'm dreaming of at the moment. But so far, it's all just playing out in my head and engaging with my mind. But this is basically what has kept me going since March. And I think a lot of people are the same. I think the travel dreaming is so important in the situation we're currently in to keep you going and keep you motivating in these challenging times.
Definitely. The vision and visibility, seeing yourself there, creates a satisfaction and joy within you that's really important. And that's a piece of the planning process, as you planning itineraries.
That's exactly
So how can everybody find you?
So our website is theadventureboutique.org. So you can find us there. If you wanted to get in touch with me directly, my email address is antonia@theadventureboutique.org, or you can get in touch through my blog, Flashback Journal. I've got a travel blog as well. So either way is fine. And we've got an Instagram account as well, and we are on Facebook. So
I love it. I will put all of those details, sending them in direct mail. So if you're not subscribed for Inspired Journey Consulting, make sure to do that so you can get those as well. And then once your project is live and ready to book, we'll make sure to get that out too. So that way people can go on this beautiful trip to Peru with me, because I'm there.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Jackie, for your time. I really enjoyed that. And again, you're amazing.
Oh, thank you so much. You are as well. Toni from the Adventure Boutique, absolutely phenomenal, and an incredible TTC designer. I'll see you all in Peru.
See you then. Okay.